Hello people of YouTube, this is RKB38313 here with a video on, squirrel season opens this month. It's the 1st of August. Squirrel season opens the 23rd of this month, so I just figured I'd do a little video on, might be a two-part video, I don't know, on skills and equipment needed for squirrel hunting. On this part, or whatever, I want to do the equipment. Basically, squirrel hunting is very, very inexpensive. That's why I highly recommend it to anyone just starting out. Basically, what you're looking at is my two favorite squirrel guns that I'll use. This one on the bottom here, this is my 410. It's H&R, Harrington & Richardson. It's an older model, because, so these are kind of hard to find, but, any 410 single shot or any 410 will work. I just like single shots. They're my favorite action. And for I don't know. I got what I could afford. But the shells I like to use for a 410. Now a lot of people tend to not like shotguns for squirrel hunting, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I do want. I'm also going to cover a 22, which is up there. But basically, what kind of shells I like to use? 2.5 or 3 inch works. 2.5 are cheaper, so I usually go for them. Winchester is by far my favorite brand of ammunition. This is just a 2.5 inch, 1275 feet per second. It's a 1/2 ounce load and it's 6 shot. Alright, this 410 has a full choke, so 6 shot will get the job done. If you got a modified choke, I would recommend 7.5 or 8. But for squirrels in a 410 gauge, I would recommend for shot sizes at least, to go anywhere from, in a 3 inch, go anywhere from 4 to 6, but in a 2.5 inch, anywhere from 6 to 8. Because keep in mind, a 410 has a lot less lead in it than a 20 gauge or 12 gauge will have, so just keep that in mind when buying ammunition for a 410. In fact, a lot of times, I'll actually buy trap loads for squirrel hunting, because they have more lead in them. Now here's a 22. I want to cover 22s. Now, for anybody beginning, I highly want to discourage you going out and buying a 22. If you have one good, try to find ammunition for it, and when you can, keep it. Ammunition is extremely hard to find because we got paranoid nut jobs everywhere stockpiling, and if you're watching, the government's not taking your guns. I can guarantee you that. What it is, it's like I said, people being paranoid when that shooting, I forgot where it was, like 2 years ago, somebody up in the government said we need stricter gun laws, and then everybody went crazy, because they're nut jobs. So it's hard to find 22s now, and basically Walmart's the only place that actually has them for their original price, what they were before that all happened. But when you can find them at Walmart, they're inexpensive. You can buy 100 of them for less than $10, so. But I reckon these are my favorite for squirrel hunting. They're stingers. These are expensive. This is like $8 for 50 of them, which is 50 is usually like $2.50. But basically, I like hunting with a 22 in the late season, like in December and January and February, when all the leaves are off the trees. I'll use a shotgun up until that time. You'll notice there's no scope. Now, scopes to me, I absolutely despise scopes, but that's just me. I don't really. To me, scopes, if you have bad eyesight or poor eyesight, yeah, you might as well get a scope. But I have 20/20. I don't need a scope. I don't use it. I have a scope, but I never use it. It was $6, and I figured, what the heck, go ahead and buy it. But I have a scope, but I never use it. This is just a Mossberg 702 Plinkster. You can buy these for like new. I bought this one for like $107 at Walmart plus tax and the background check. It has gone up like $10 in the past year, because I was at Walmart last night and I was looking at some of them, but it has gone up. But as can be expected, them Rossi match pairs used to be $150, or used to be $99. Now they're like $200. Like I said, anyone you'll ask is going to say get a scope or don't use a 22. To me, practice makes perfect. If you can practice, I talk to people that are these hardcore deer hunters that hunt with a bow and then that hunt with a rifle with a scope. Bow and arrows, they take a lot of practice. I bow hunt, and I know, it takes practice. And then you put a scope on there. Once you get it sighted in, if you're rested, and it's easy. I think, if they're willing to put all that effort into learning how to shoot a bow, they ought to be willing to put in a lot of effort to shoot open sights. That's just my opinion. But, everyone's entitled to their opinion. If you hate open sights, that's fine. Buy a scope. But honestly, I think if you can shoot accurately with open sights, don't bother getting a scope. For 2 reasons. First reason, scopes are not as reliable as open sights. If you drop your gun, or if it falls, or if you knock it on a tree, a scope can get knocked out of alignment, especially inexpensive scopes. Second, it's extra money. I bought a $7 scope, which is far less than adequate. Which is adequate. It's far less than good. A good scope is going to run you about 20 to 40. It's just extra money that's not essential to be spent, in my opinion. If you can shoot with open sights, I encourage you to do so. But like I said, that's my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. This is just an automatic. Automatics seem to be the cheapest now, which is weird. I guess because they're the ones being most produced. Usually with shotguns especially, automatics are the most expensive. Alright, well, that's it on the weapons. I'm going to briefly cover archery equipment for small game. For anyone beginning squirrel hunting, just starting out, I recommend a 410 or any kind of shotgun that you can handle. But if you want to, if you've been squirrel hunting and you're kind of tired with the easiness of a shotgun or rifle, 22, you can squirrel hunt with a bow. In most states, it's legal. I know it's legal in Tennessee. You got to get these special points, but it is a challenge. I've tried that, and it's dang near impossible for me. But you can squirrel hunt with a bow. But like I said, for any beginner, don't get a bow for squirrel hunting. Next, let's cover camouflage and hunting vests. Let's get the camera back a little bit. I just brought this hat in just to illustrate the camouflage pattern. This is just a knockoff camo that's on I think my sister got me for this at Christian bookstore. It's a faith hat. It's just a camouflage pattern. But what is this? This actually has a brand name on it. I can't really read that. But Real Tree Mossy Oak Camo. I found it. Hold on just a second. I have one more thing to cover. Squirrel calls. Thought I lost this. It was in that all year. Most people think, you cannot call squirrels like you could a deer or a turkey, but calling squirrels is pretty easy. What it is, you just... Wait, I did that wrong. Just kind of knock it on your knee a little bit. Cup your hand over it to make different tones. These are pretty inexpensive. I got this one at Dick's Sporting Goods, I think, for like $10. If you look around, you might be able to find one cheaper on eBay or something. But inexpensive and good to have, especially in the early season. They'll actually respond to you in the early season. But not essential. But I do recommend getting a squirrel call. It makes it a lot easier. But like I said, you want to get a camouflage that blends into your surroundings. Now, I know a lot of people actually squirrel hunt in what I like to refer to as semi-flooded timber. Like you picture, wood duck hunting in flooded timber. Well, this is semi-flooded timber. Places where you'd find swamp rabbits or things like that. It's a marshiness, but it's not actual standing water. And a lot of times you'll have a lot of cattail and stuff, and in that situation, you actually want to go for this, I forgot the pattern name of it, Max 4, I think. I forgot who makes it. It's either Real Tree or Mossy Oak. Forgive me, I'm not good with camouflage brands. In my opinion, one's as good as the other. It's the waterfowl type pattern camo, and that's very effective. But this vest is kind of a higher grade vest. It's a game bag. It's more of a turkey hunting vest, but I got it for squirrel. See, it's got a little holder for box calls, I think. And then and then that has got a holder for a slate and peg. But I got it. You know, it's camouflage, but it's got these orange things you pull out, and it's blaze orange. Now that's like if you kill a turkey and you're carrying it out. You know, it's just safety. It does have a seat that snaps off and folds down. But what the most important thing to have when you're squirrel hunting, especially if you're planning on hunting for hours, is a good game bag. And what that is, you know, it's pretty much what it sounds like. Inside this, it's kind of a vinyl that blood won't leak through, and it won't make a mess. And just throw them in the back of it. Basically, you know, you can. What I like about squirrel hunting, you can get away with $100 worth of equipment and kill just as many squirrels as you kill with $500 worth of equipment. So you can make it as simple or as complicated as you want to make it. I like making squirrel hunting complicated because, in my opinion, it's not the kill when you're hunting. Now, this kind of sounds, you know, kind of geeky, but it's the pursuit. I like the pursuit of game. Well, I guess that's it. I might do a squirrel hunting skills video, just on some basic maneuvers. Please comment, please subscribe, and God bless.